So last year we saw that there was this need. We had gaps in our school culture to where a lot of freshmen were getting a lot of care forms. We saw not a lot of failing grades, but we saw significantly more failing grades than our other cohorts, our sophomores, our juniors, our seniors. So we wanted to be a little more proactive than reactive with the work we were doing with them. So what we're looking for is really are some upperclassmen, juniors and seniors that connect well with freshmen and sophomores. We've got to have students that have the ability to kind of take off the cool jacket and are able to be very genuine with these freshmen. We also want to make sure that they've had some past experience, maybe some behavior experiences, or maybe to where they aren't able to co-op as a junior because maybe they had a failing class or they didn't do too hot in a class. And so now they kind of have learned from their own mistakes and are able to kind of lead the way instead of having the same students do the exact same thing that they did.
We look almost daily at grades to see, what are you failing? What do you have missing? What's coming up that you need to be studying for? Because I've had one who flat out said, she's like, I won't make it through math without this, because that's her main focus when she comes in here mostly is just math. Her other grades are great, but for some of the girls, it's just needing a positive relationship with some other girl that can hopefully lead them down the right path. I told the girls at the beginning with the mentors that you're the older sister, but you're the older sister who's going to hold them accountable.
I have a mentee, he's a freshman, and coming in he didn't want to trust me very much, and he was kind of resilient to wanting to working with me, but after I got to talking to him, he started to place some of his trust in me. And so from that point, I started to see growth from his grades and his behavior. I mean, it's been powerful seeing that my actions can make a difference in his everyday life to kind of motivate him to be the student he is today. He knows that I'll always be there for him. I know that he has my back just as much as I have his.
No matter who you are, you can still get your grades up, and everybody needs somebody to rely on and fall back on. The bond that we get between the mentees and mentors, or even just not even yours, but everybody in there, we all know that if there was something we had to talk about, we wouldn't have to hesitate to come up to somebody and talk, even if they're not your mentee.
I like to be the person who will push someone else, because they might not have the support system at home. So I like to know that I can give them the validation so they can work towards something.
I felt like none of the teachers understood what I was going through. I was too scared to ask questions. I was too scared to even stay after. And thanks to Ms. Cornish and the other girls who have been through all the classes that I've been through, they help me with my work, and it just helps with my mental health, because if I need someone to talk to and I'm stressed out with finals and exams and tests, then I have them to lean on, and it's not just my mentor, it's the whole group together. It's really beneficial for me because before I went in there, I was failing a lot of classes because with my mental health, it was really hard to deal with classes and stress, but since I've been in there, my grades have actually got up, and the group kind of makes me feel welcomed instead of an outcast.
Just to see the connections and the bonds that they're building and holding one another accountable. You can really start to see that now. If somebody makes a mistake, I feel like they reflect and we move on, because we don't give up and we just come back together and start all over again. This early on, I can already tell a couple of our mentees will be great mentors in a few years.
I think it's really important for other schools to do, because whenever I tell people, especially my friends who aren't in it, because my friends always talk about their stress, so I think having that outlet, especially at school, because before even joining, I didn't think that the school cared at all about mental health. So knowing that they had a class for that really, really helped and made me think better of the school more than I already did. And I think that's just about it. I think it's really needed.
Is there anything else you guys want to add? Anything we didn't touch on?
So Miss Durbin has a really awesome nickname that the kids have given her because she is fierce about making sure that they're on it. So she is officially Amy the Durbinator now. So I think that has to make this.
Absolutely.